What's up, guys? My name is Victor Fernandez, and basically throughout the course of this video I'm going to be taking you guys through a leg workout of mine that I like to implement throughout the week, and basically show you guys the type of movements I do, the different workouts I do, different types of training that I use, the rest times, the rep ranges, the intensity, all that good stuff that I use during a workout. And those will be the workouts that I personally I've seen the best strength gains, the best results in the mirror, you know, the best like overall physique look, the things that have helped me gain size and strength. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like, what that is constructed like, you know, what it looks like to go through one of my workouts. So the three forms of resistance training that I use are mainly drop set training, that's one, sarcoplasma stimulus training, and crescent pyramid training, which the sarcoplasma and the sarcoplasma and the crescent pyramid training are kind of correlate with each other because they're kind of in the same boat. They kind of do the same changes to ordinary resistance training. So basically, right now you guys are probably questioning what resistance training is. So basically, resistance training is a primary exercise intervention that is used to build strength and stimulate muscle hypertrophy. So basically, muscle hypertrophy is basically the overall size of the muscle. And basically, resistance training is when you're using a weight resistance, you know, from the flexion and extension point of a muscle. So I'm gonna be showing you guys what it's like to go through one of mine, which is drop set training. And you're probably asking yourself, what is drop set training? So drop set training is a form of sets that is performed to volitional fatigue with a certain given load, and right after you reach that certain failing point, you drop the weight and also go until you absolutely go to failure. And that's a definition given by Krzysztofic. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's Krzysztofic and others. So it's basically that is used to stimulate a lot of muscle hypertrophy, and that's what I've seen a lot of gains come from. A lot of gains in the mirror, like I said, mirror strength, all that good stuff. So I've been implementing that. It's worked for me. It's what I think is best for me to implement right now in order to reach my goals. And now the other one that I like to implement is sarcoplasma stimulus training. And what that is it's basically another form of resistance training that plays around with the rest times, the intensity, the rep ranges, all that stuff. Compared to normal resistance training, usually normal resistance training is when you do 4 isn't normal. That's 4 is just what's normal to me. But 4 sets of say 8, you know, all of them are the same. Basically what drop set training, sarcoplasma training are basically 2 forms that kind of manipulate that a little bit. They either add sets, add reps, or add weight. So it's not always the same as the one prior to that set that you're performing. The one before that and the one after that will not be the same. Just being however much weight, however many reps you do, all that stuff. And basically what else I add into my training method is crescent pyramid training. And that's basically when you start at a level about, let's say 65% of your 1 rep max, and you do about, let's say 12, like you do 12 reps of that. And then for your next set, you'll add more weight to that and lower your reps. So you'll increase the intensity, but lower the amount of repetitions during a set. And those two, because I use drop set and crescent training pyramid methods, those are the ones that I use. And that information about sarcoplasma and drop setting, I think I already said that, but the sarcoplasma training is by Krzysztofic again and others. And basically, usually another thing that should be taken into account is the amount of rest time you have in between sets, because that could be a great changing factor in a workout, whether that be lower rest times for hypertrophy or higher for strength. It depends on your goals, you know. But for young adults, which is what I take into account because I'm a young adult, I'm 18, the minimum amount of 2 minutes in between sets is to be what is what is needed for greater strength improvements, which is by Villanueva and others. And that basically says that in between a set, if I just got done a set of doing, let's say, the 8 reps of 80%, or I'd say 75% of my max, I'll wait 2 minutes to let my muscles regroup and regenerate and stuff like that for my next set, in order to be able to have the 100% output and be able to break down my muscles a lot more. And that's where diet comes into play. I'm also going to be taking you guys through a full day of eating and seeing what that looks like for me, and to be able to get leaner, get stronger, whatever, all that good stuff. So another thing that plays into, or comes into play when you come into resistance training, is your tempo. Usually this is given in a 4-digit, it's given in 4 digits. The first digit is your eccentric, second is transition, third is concentric, and then the transition. So your eccentric is the actual motion. We'll say I'm doing a bench press, is the actual motion of the weight coming down into the stretched position. So this would be for bench press, imagine I was flat on my back. This coming down would be the eccentric movement. And this, from down to top, this transition would have no time. At least in mine, I do a 2-0-2-0 method. So I do 2 seconds on the way down. I do 1 1000, 2 1000, and once I reach full bottom and I come back up, there's no transition. There's no pause between the eccentric and the concentric. This right here, the motion, the actual act of coming back up and my muscle contracting, would be the concentric motion. So that would be a 2 seconds. So it'd look like 1001, 1002, 1001, 1002. And that's what I like to implement the most. That's what I've seen the most. That's what feels the best for me, to be honest. And usually with the different amount of tempo, you could do it to 4-0-1-0. You could do 2-0-2-0 like I do. You can do, there's a lot of, sorry about that. I had to take a quick drink of water. But what I was saying was all these different amount of tempo variables that you can implement with, that you can switch around with, that all leads to time under tension, which is said the more time under tension it leads to greater strength results. But I'm not a person that's big on time under tension. I kind of just stick with my 2-0-2-0 tempo, whether that be usually in a certain movement. Maybe if I'm going to absolute failure, it probably will take me a little longer than 2 seconds to come back up, because I'll be fighting for that last rep. But I don't play big on time under tension. In my opinion, the best things to keep in mind are to implement drop set training, sarcoplasmic stimulus training, crescent pyramid training, keeping in mind your rest times in between sets, and eating the correct amount of protein and that good food that you need. So tomorrow I'll be taking you guys through a good leg workout bright and early in the morning, and then I'll be showing you guys what a full day of eating looks like for me. All right, we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. What is up, y'all? It is now the next morning. I'm making my pre-workout shake right now, and we're about to go hit the gym. About to go hit legs. We'll see you guys there. What's up, guys? We're at the gym now, and we're gonna go ahead and start on leg extensions today. Right now, we're gonna start with a higher amount of reps with a lower amount of weight. Right now, we're at 100. We'll go to 115. We'll probably do that for a good 12 to 15 reps. So we'll go ahead and get back on with the 2-0-2-0 tempo. So I'll show you guys what that looks like.
I could watch you for a lifetime. You're my favorite movie. 1,000 endings. You mean everything to me. I never know what's coming. Forever fascinated. Hope you don't stop running.
Alright, so right after we do that workout, we're gonna go ahead and hop into leg curls. We'll do the same amount of reps in that light intensity, with the higher amount of reps. So we'll show you guys what that looks like. two. We're supersetting them and allowing some rest time in between them. We have my roommates going right now. So as they're going, I'm gonna take a rest. For the first two sets, we're gonna be doing a higher amount of reps with a lower amount of weight. And once we get to the last two sets, we're gonna implement a drop set to both of them. We're allowing that rest time in between those. I'm allowing that rest time for my quads and that rest time for my hamstrings. So we'll show you guys once I get to the drop sets. I'll show you guys what that looks like. All right, we reached the third set, so now we're gonna go ahead and hop into the drop set. Right now, I up the intensity quite a bit. I'm at about 160, hoping to get to about 12 reps. Once I hit that 12 reps fail, or whenever I fail, we'll go ahead and drop the weight 50% and go to fail again. So I'll show you guys what that looks like.
Science fiction drama, romance.
All right, once we're letting our quads rest a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and hop into a drop set for leg curls. And once again, I'll show you guys what it looks like.
Like a flower in the summer. You always keep me guessing. Forever my wonder. Hope you start dressing. All my dreams that take me under. You are my cinema. I could watch you forever. Action, thriller. I could watch you forever.
It's not even that hard. I don't know what you think. What a drop set looks like. We did those for both leg extensions and leg curls. So we're gonna finish up our sets with those. We're gonna do one more, and then we'll hop into our next exercise. All right. So for this exercise, we're gonna do a back squat, and here's when we're gonna implement that drop or that percent pyramid training. When you start with the lower weight at the beginning of your set or beginning of your workout, and up the weight, lower the reps throughout the workout. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. You got doing plate and a quarter for about 15 reps maybe. Second set we upped it to 2 and a quarter, so we're gonna also lower the weight. So show you guys what that looks like. Last set, we went ahead and up the weight a little bit. We're going from 2 plates and a quarter to 3 plates now. We're going to lower our reps a little bit.
Tú quieras, yeah, yeah. Nadie te está aguantando y la puerta está abierta. No te preocupes por nosotros dos, nuestra historia ya está muerta. Espero que seas feliz y que te diviertas. Pero pa' acá no vuelvas, no, 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 no. Nadie te está aguantando y la puerta está.
So we're going ahead, jump up straight to 4 plates, so we'll go ahead and do that.
No te preocupes por nosotros dos, nuestra historia ya está muerta. Espero que seas feliz y que te diviertas. Pero pa' acá no vuelvas, esperas. Baby, te quiero pero afuera. Eres alguien por dentro y otra por fuera. Y yo no siento nada. Dame banda. Mi corazón, ya tú no eres la que manda.
For this next exercise, we're just going to do barbell RDL. That's basically just going to be the same kind of tempo, intensity throughout all. We'll do either 4 or 3 sets depending on how I feel, but I'll show you guys the first set and that'll be what the next few look like.
Por ti ya no siento nada. De nuestra serie ya no sale en temporada. Así que vete lejos, dile al diablo que te envíe el ping. Hace tiempo que no somos un team. Pa'l carajo nuestro aniversario y San Valentín. Ya no hay más Cristian Luna y lo trae en satín. Sigue lo que está verde. Que tienes la culpa, es lo que te muerde. Quédate con el perro pa' que de mí te acuerdes. Y piensa en todo lo que te pierdes.
So that went ahead and wrapped up our leg workout. I did hit calves at the very end. It was another set of just a normal resistance training set. Kind of implemented a little bit of a drop set at the end, but forgot to document that. So just know that I hit a total of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 workouts in a leg day. 3 of them drop sets with the leg extension, leg curls, and calves, and then 1 crescent pyramid set with the hack squat, and then just a normal resistance training set with the barbell RDL. But that's what one of my leg workouts I didn't really implement, or kind of talked a little bit about the rest times and the tempo. In between rest times, I didn't want to document it that much just because for video sake, you guys would have been watching this for about 20 to 40 minutes. I mean, it's kind of a long video just because of so much things that I got to cover. But in between each set, I got from about 2 minutes in between each set with both my roommates going and having a little bit of time to rest in between there. So, and then the tempo, I usually, for the leg extension and leg curls, I implemented a 2-0-2-0. So 2 second eccentric, 0 second transition, 2 second concentric, and 0 transition. That was in my leg curl and leg extension. And my hack squat, I didn't really implement tempo in there because I kind of focused a lot on the actually getting up the weight. But I did try to keep it slow and controlled instead of just dropping right into it. So the one that I really took tempo into play, but I guess I didn't really show it too much, which I apologize for. Again, for time video's sake, I didn't want to keep you guys here all day, but was for the RDL and the calves. I really did a low or a long time on the way down, a long eccentric phase. I did probably a 4-0-1-0. Sorry about the cutoff, but what I was saying was that I implemented the 4-0-1-0 tempo with my last 2 workouts of my leg workout, which were the barbell Romanian deadlifts. That's what RDL means, and my calf extensions. So I used the 4-0-1-0 tempo, so slow on the way down, but explode on the way up. And the next clip, that basically wraps up my leg day. So the next clip should be me showing you what it looks like, or what I eat in a day to make sure I keep that high protein quality intake, and to help me build muscle mass, get stronger, get leaner, all that stuff. So I'll see you guys whenever I start eating. To begin my day, or I guess not to begin my day, because I did have my workout already and stuff going on. Usually before my workout, I forgot to document this, but I do have 3 of these, 3 Rice Krispie treats, 45 calories a piece. So that comes out to about 135 calories, pretty low in protein. I don't think they really have much, probably like 1 or 2 grams. But what I do with my main meal, my first meal of the day, is protes. Basically I do a bit of oatmeal, throw in water, and then throw in 2 scoops of my protein powder right here. I got this Impact Whey. I mean, if you want to go get it, if you're really gonna take this seriously, I guess, if you're gonna benefit from this. It's from myprotein.com. I do that. I do 2 scoops of that. I do a tablespoon or a serving of peanut butter, and then I do quite a bit of frozen blueberries. That comes out to about 600 calories, I think, around there. But it comes up to 54 grams of protein. So I got about a fourth of my protein intake for today. So that should be, I'm on pace to meet my goal today, which is usually sitting around 186, because I try to take a gram of protein for every pound that I weigh, and I'm weighing at 186 right now. So goal is 186 grams of protein by the end of the day. All right, I'll catch you guys at my next meal. All right, guys, so it is about lunchtime right now, 12:45, and this is when I get my second meal for the day. It's usually either before class or before work. So today, my second meal of the day is basically rice with meat and potatoes with the enchilada sauce. It's called chile colorado. It's a Spanish or a Mexican dish that my mom taught me how to make. But I usually do that and then lay it over some rice. And then I think today was 150 grams of jasmine rice. And then it was, I want to say 9 ounces maybe of the meat and potatoes. But that comes out to about 40 grams of protein. So for the day, I'm sitting at about 94, I think. Might be a little higher than that. But that's what I'm eating for my second meal of the day. I'll catch you guys after work and see or maybe I might even squeeze another meal before work. But we'll catch you guys in the next meal. And I would add, you guys will not see a lot of vegetables and greens and stuff, but I do take a supplemental green, just like a powder that I drink in the morning, bright and early. Usually it's either before workout or after, depending on what I'm feeling like that morning, if I remember. But I will take a green supplement, so I make sure to get those vitamins and stuff in. So yeah. All right. So for my next meal, I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze in a protein shake. I'm about to go to work. It is 1:42 right now. I had to be at work at 2:15. So I'm going to head and make that real quick, squeeze in some more calories, some more protein, because I know I'm going to have class after work. So I won't be able to eat again until about 8:30. So go ahead and get my calories now, because it'd be a lot harder to squeeze in 2 meals at that time. So this comes out to, I put a cup of whole milk, a serving of peanut butter, 2 scoops of my protein again, and then throw in some ice in there. I would add a banana, but we don't have any right now. But this comes out to about 54 grams of protein. So for the day, we were at 94 grams before or after my previous meal. So I think for today, we're about at 148. My math is correct and my memory is correct. We're about there. So should be able to meet. That basically means I need 40 grams of protein at least for the rest of the day. But that's pretty manageable. That's pretty easy. I got some chicken for later, so that's gonna end up being my meal. But I'm gonna chug down this protein shake, drink it down right before work, and I'll see you guys later tonight. All right, guys. So finally done for the day. Back from work, back from class, back from all that. In for the night. Decided to make my last meal. I had some fried rice in the fridge, so I ended up using that, and I did cook up some chicken, so threw that on there. So that comes out to about, I think 51 grams of protein. I had 8 ounces of chicken and about a cup of fried rice. So I had 51 grams of protein. Before this clip, before this meal, I was sitting at about 148. I think that's right. I think that's what I was at. So I'm well over my 186 goal, and about to scarf this down. And then we'll see you guys in the next. All right, guys. So that basically wraps up a full day of eating, my workout. But I'd like to take a second to actually tell you guys what the importance of having a healthy diet and meeting those, how I had a big, I prioritized eating a lot of protein throughout the day. I let you guys know that I eat about a gram for each pound that I weigh. So basically the importance of having a healthy diet is a healthy eating pattern, regardless of age, should consist of ingesting high quality protein of particular relevance to overall health, which is for growth, development, and physical strength and performance. It is thought that a higher protein intake might be necessary for optimizing muscle mass and for adults and for individuals with an active lifestyle. And that is facts that are stated by Bird and others in his article. And not only does it help for muscle functions of the body, it also has an obvious role in physical performance, but metabolically, it has important roles in regulation of glucose disposal, fat oxidation, and energy balance. And that is also facts written by Bird and others. And the actual purpose and the role that protein plays in building muscle and all that kind of stuff, what they actually do is they ensure that your body has a sufficient supply of amino acids for lean mass, which is muscle, and that's for maintenance or growth and overall diet quality. And that was also written by Bird. Usually for the amount of protein that you usually want to take in each day varies by your age. For an infant from 0 to 12 months, it's about 1.5 grams for every kilogram that they weigh. Young children, it's young children from 1 to 3 usually need to have about 1.1 gram per kilogram. Children 4 through 13 need about 0.95 grams per kilogram. Adolescents 14 through 18 need about 0.85 grams per kilogram, and adults 19 through the age of 70 need about 0.8 grams per kilogram. And for pregnant women, it's usually about 1.1 gram per kilogram. And for adults over the age of 70, they also need about 0.8 grams per kilogram. But this is the bare minimum for each age. This is the absolute lowest amount that is recommended to eat. But if your goals are to build muscle or you have an active lifestyle, these numbers should be increased. So that's why you see me eat 100 or a gram for every pound, which is about, I weigh probably about 92 kilograms, I think, around there. And I eat about about 2 for every kilogram. That's just because I'm trying to put on muscle mass. So that's basically the importance of a diet. And then, sorry for the cutoff, but I'd like to add on that all those facts about the minimum requirements for each age, the minimum amount of protein, is a fact given by Bird et al. So basically, I've kind of given you guys the rundown of my workouts, what I implement and throughout the day, and my thoughts on the best training methods and variables to implement into your workout based off what it's worked for me. I've showed you guys what I eat in a day and what I prioritize, the amount of protein and all that stuff. So in this next clip, I'll show you guys all the results that I've had, and I'd kind of show you guys what I looked like about a year ago and a couple years ago, and what I look like now, to actually showcase give you guys the results of using this kind of method, because I've used this for about 2 years now. So it should document, or it should be able to showcase you guys what the results should look like. So catch you guys, or I'll cut to the clip where you guys can see my progress photos. All right, guys, so that basically wraps up my video. I'm hoping you guys actually learned something from this. I hope those of you that are really kind of contemplating working out, I hope you guys really hop into it. I mean, once I did it, it was kind of life-changing for me. It definitely helped me mentally and a lot of stuff. Hopefully I gave you guys that little extra motivation after seeing my progress pics and seeing those. But basically, what my thoughts are, you should really implement, or actually if you do get into resistance training, I'd say that drop setting, sarcoplasmic stimulus training, putting thought into your rest times in between workouts and sets, and actually having a correct diet and getting the right amount of high quality protein in, that's definitely guaranteed to see results as shown by my progress pictures. So if you guys ever get tired out or burned out of this, just remember, keep that motivation. This isn't you're not going to wake up tomorrow with a physique you want. This definitely takes some dedication and consistency. So thank you guys for listening. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Have a good one.